Alright, what's going on everyone? So it's becoming more common to develop and design your website or application with what they call a dark version to go along with the default version of your website or application. Now in this video what we'll cover is how we can add a dark version to your website or application while using Tailwind CSS. Now in addition to that, what we'll also cover is how we can create a toggle to go back and forth between a light mode and then a dark mode. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let's get started. So when it comes to implementing a dark version to your website while using Tailwind, it's quite simple to do. Now by default, how dark mode works with Tailwind is it looks at your preferred color scheme or preferred color appearance on your system. Now what I mean by that is we head over to my desktop here, you can see inside of my preferences here, my appearance is set to dark. Alright, so hopefully that makes sense. Now, what we get out of the box with Tailwind is what they call a dark variant, which allows us to style our site differently when dark mode is enabled. Alright, so in my case right now, since I have the dark appearance set, this would actually work for us. So as you can see here, how we use it is we say dark : and then the class that we want to add. Alright, so if I go over to my other screen here, you can see I have VS Code open with a Tailwind project, and then I have the project open here inside of my browser. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you know how to set up and install Tailwind. So if you don't know how to do that, I have a few videos down below that may help you with that. All right. So now, for example, if we look at this div here, which is wrapping our entire modal, what we can do is we can say dark, and then we can say BG, and we'll do let's just say something very explicit. We'll do purple and 500. Okay, so if we save that and do a refresh now, you can see that the whole background here is purple. But now, for example, if we change our system preference here to light and we come back, you can see that the background is no longer purple because by default, Tailwind looks at the preferred appearance of your system. Now, if you don't want to rely on the operating system preference, you do have another choice, and it's called the class strategy, which will allow your users to toggle between which version of the site they want to view, whether it be the light version or the dark version. And in my opinion, this is the best way to go when configuring a dark version and a light version for your website. Now, how we set this up or configure the class strategy is inside of our Tailwind config file here, we want to set up what they call a dark mode option, and we want to set it equal to class. Okay, now when we have this configured, instead of the dark variant working based on the color scheme or color appearance of our system, it'll work whenever we see the dark class present inside of the HTML tree. So if we take a look at these two snippets below, it shows us a great example of how this works. So on this first snippet here, we don't have any class of dark on this HTML tag, so the dark mode is not enabled. But on the second snippet here, we do have a class of dark on the HTML tag, so the dark mode would be enabled. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do here is we need to head over to VS Code and we want to open up our Tailwind config here. So we'll open this up, and what we want to do is below content, we want to say dark mode, and we want to set this equal to class. Now, to handle the ability for users to toggle between a light and dark mode, we are going to need to implement some JavaScript into our Tailwind project here. And what I have is a separate JavaScript file that I'm linking up to our index.html here. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is we need to create some variables here, and I have one called sun icon and moon icon, which is what we're going to be using to toggle between our dark and light mode here. Okay, and inside of an index.html file, these are right here, which have the class of moon and sun. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do, which is optional, and I like to do this to keep things cleaner, is we have two variables here for the user theme, and we also have a variable for the system theme. Now the user theme is going to be the theme that the user prefers, and we're going to store that inside of local storage. So what we're going to do is we're going to create this user theme variable here, and we're going to set it equal to local storage and the item of theme. Alright, now the next variable here is going to be for the system theme, which this is going to hold if the user has opted for a dark mode or a light mode on their system. So next we have a function called icon toggle, which is pretty simple. What we're doing is we're targeting our moon icon and our sun icon, and we're going to be toggling this class here of display none. Now, if you are familiar with Tailwind, you'll know that display none is not a Tailwind class. And what I'm doing here is inside of my style sheet within this project, I've created a custom class here called display none. And using the apply directive, I've added a Tailwind class of hidden to this class, which is going to be display none. All right, so that's what we're doing there. Now, when we load into our project, we want to run this function called theme check here. Now, what this is going to do is set the initial theme on page load. So this function is pretty simple. So the first thing we're doing here is an if check. And what we're going to be checking for is if our user theme variable is equal to dark. Now, if this is true, then we're going to let the code inside of this if statement run. Now, if this is false, we're also going to do one more check, and we're going to see if our user theme variable here is null or false, and if our system theme variable here is true. Now, if the system theme variable is true, what that means is the user's operating system is on a dark appearance. So if it's on a light appearance, this value will equate to false, and this won't run here at all. Now, inside of this if statement here, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be referencing the root node of the document, and we're going to be adding a class of dark here. And then what we want to do is we want to then target our moon icon and add our class of display none to it. All right. Now, if this isn't true, then what we want to do is we just want to target our sun icon, and we want to add the display none class to that. So we have our function to initially check the theme, but we also want to create a function to manually switch the theme. So we have this function here of theme switch, and what we're doing first off is an if check. So what we're going to be checking for is if our root element contains a class of dark, meaning when we call this function, the project is currently in a dark mode and we want to go to a light mode. So if this is true, then what we'll do is we're going to once again refer to our root element, and we're going to remove that class of dark. Then what we'll do is we're going to set the theme inside of local storage to light, and then we're going to call this function here of icon toggle, and then we'll return out of the function. Now, if this is not true, what that's going to imply is that the project is currently in a light mode and we want to go to a dark mode. So then what we'll do is we'll reach out to a root element again. We're going to set the class list to dark. We're then going to reach out to local storage and we're going to set the theme to dark, and then we'll once again call our icon toggle function. Now, the last thing that we need to do is listen for a click on our buttons, and when we do, we want to run this function we have here called theme switch to switch the theme of our project. Now, what you could do to simplify this and not have two separate add event listeners here is you could group these icons with a query selector all and then do a for each loop and then call this logic here to simplify this a little bit, but I just wanted to explicitly show you what was going on here. All right, and then the last thing we need to do here is then invoke our theme check on initial load, and that is the logic here for our theme switcher. Okay, so to test out our theme switcher, I went ahead and added some dark variants here to certain elements within our project here. So as you can see on the body tag, I added a dark variant here with a background color of Slate 900. Then here on the div, which is wrapping our modal, I added another dark variant here with a background of Slate 700. And then I believe on the button here, I did some adjustments too for dark mode. So now if we click on this moon right here, we should see it switch to a dark mode, which it does. And then if we refresh the page here, you can see it still stays in dark mode. And then if I click on the sun here, it goes back to light mode. And if I refresh, it sticks to whatever the user has chosen as their preference. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for the video. If you guys did enjoy and you want to see more videos with Tailwind here on the channel, be sure to leave a like on it down below. Subscribe if you guys are new for more content like this, and I will see you guys in the next one.